Hi everybody, welcome back to my Steam Deck videos, and this is going to be a super quick one about how to get Arma Reforger working on your Steam Deck. Very, very easy, this one. Now remember, things change very, very quickly in the Steam OS Steam Deck world, so you may find that you buy and you install Arma Reforger on a Steam Deck and it just works anyway. But if it doesn't, what you do is you go into the game and you go into the settings over on this side, sort of there, and you go into properties down here, and you go down to compatibility just there, and you say force the use of a specific Steam Play compatibility tool. And I've got Proton Experimental. Now, what Proton is, that's the layer in between the game, Arma Reforger in this case, and the Linux operating system. It's the bit that makes Windows games, which obviously Arma Reforger is designed to work on the Windows platform, compatible with Linux or Linux, whichever you would prefer to say. And the Proton layer is constantly being updated by Steam and by Valve. They put an awful lot of work into making games work and making them play. And so generally, if you're having trouble with any game where it doesn't seem to be working, try the experimental version. And then what will happen is the experimental version then becomes the standard version. They bring things over, and then you'll be able to play. Now, I would say that everything seems to be great on Arma Reforger. Obviously, it's designed to work on console as well, so you have all your controls on your thumbsticks and your buttons. The control scheme for Arma Reforger isn't that brilliant. They're still doing an awful lot of work on it to make it better, to bring it up to kind of the standards of Call of Duty, Battlefield, PUBG, all that sort of thing. It's something they're working towards. So you've got to bear in mind with some of the oddities about how the controls work. Also, a lot of the writing is very, very small as well. And as far as I can tell, I couldn't find anywhere in the settings to change the size of the writing and things like that, so maybe that will come in. So what I've got here is I've just jumped into the game master mode just to whiz around a little bit, and just so you can get a flavour of it. Hopefully this will whet your flavour, but multiplayer works as well. You can download mods and do things, and the kind of the settings that I've got in are, remember, if you press Steam and top left shoulder button, that zooms in so you can see things a little bit better. What have I got? Let's go down. So I've got a custom preset where borderless full screen, render scale. I don't know why I've put it on 90%. I probably have to do a separate video when I've done a bit of playing around with what the settings could be to make the frame rate better. 2,500 meter. Draw distance, 60 FPS limited, VSync on. What we got? Post-processing low, simple depth of field, low ambient occlusion, low screen space, no contact shadows, quality, hardware anti-aliasing low, model geometric detail lowest, I might have to put that up, object draw distance medium, texture detail medium, texture filtering high, maybe that could go to medium. And you may well think, well, wait a minute, that's grass draw distance 70 meters. It might be a little bit low. You may well think, well, that's all really low, isn't it, Rob? But what is really cool about the Steam Deck is you've got to remember this screen is only 7 inches across, so it's pretty small. And it's 1280 by 800 resolution, which is pretty low resolution. However, because the screen, especially on this OLED model, is so crisp and so sharp, it does look absolutely fantastic. And as with everything to do with video games, when you're looking at a static image like a screenshot or something like that, I think that's not a fair representation, because video games are all about movement, aren't they, and what's going on. And when everything starts moving, it looks pretty good. And this looks pretty good indeed. But anyway, I'll do a separate video about how to get the best running performance out of Arma Reforger when I've had a play around with it. But that's how you get it working on your Steam Deck. What you just need to remember to do is go into the game. Let's go back to library. Go into the settings. Go into properties. Go into compatibility. force the use of a specific Steam Play compatibility tool, and change it to Proton Experimental. Okay, that's enough from me. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you have, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. And I will, of course, see you again soon.